Ladies and gentlemen, you've already heard the long speeches from the tall people. Now you're going to get a short speech from a small one. We certainly welcome diversity at World Jewish Relief. Indeed, it may come as no surprise to many of you to hear that on my last visit to Ukraine, meeting one of our older Jewish clients to explain to him the work of World Jewish Relief, this elderly Jewish gentleman bluntly stated to me that while I was exceptionally short for a chief executive, I certainly made up for it in volume. I was hoping he'd say quality, but I don't think he yet knows me well enough. Tonight, I need to highlight the key issues that will influence everything that World Jewish Relief will do, and 3 goals that we will commit to over the next 5 years. First, let me start with the issues. The largest number of vulnerable Jewish people worldwide continue to live in Georgia, Belarus, Moldova, and of course, primarily Ukraine. Many are either elderly, living on the brink, haunted by the joint legacies of the Holocaust or communism, or younger, poorly skilled, and lost deep within a chronic cycle of poverty. These Jewish communities remain large in number, but extremely fragile in their strength. It's not been a great 100 years for the Jews in that part of the world. Alexander Solzhenitsyn summed up the daily struggle facing those that we seek to help when he wrote, "That bowl of soup, it was dearer than freedom, dearer than life itself, past, present, and future." Secondly, as you've heard, the guns in Ukraine today are still active. The massive consequences of this disastrous conflict, this disastrous war, will be felt for years to come, particularly amongst those that WJR is helping. This is a part of the world we know extremely well, and it's a community we are committed to assist. And thirdly, in addition to those challenges facing Jewish vulnerability, ever more frequently, our world is hit by catastrophic disasters with global consequences. Jerry Seinfeld joked when he said, "It's amazing that the amount of news that happens in the world every day always just seems to fit in the newspaper." Well, all of us probably recognize that sadly, the news in that newspaper just seems to get worse and worse. Disease pandemics, conflict, typhoons, hurricanes, we simply cannot ignore these disasters when we have the expertise and the means to assist. So how do we ensure we maximize our impact, live up to our responsibilities, yet make the tough calls to prioritize? Well, our vision is clear. Over the next 5 years, we will do simply 3 big things. We will assist over 50,000 elderly Jewish individuals to live out their autumn years with some dignity. We will meet their daily needs: food, shelter, friendship, medical care, whilst ensuring that they are better connected to their own Jewish communities. Within this group, we will do even more for those that were victims of Nazi persecution. Secondly, we will take an amazing 100,000 people, the majority rooted within their Jewish communities, out of poverty. Families will be able to fend for themselves and not rely on external handouts. We will help them develop new skills, help them earn a living, find work, even set them up in business, until they say to us, World Jewish Relief, we no longer need you. For those living with disability as well, we will ensure that such individuals also have access to such opportunities. These two groups, these two important groups, form the important foundations of strong, vibrant Jewish communities in this part of the world. A working community is a working community. Finally, we will continue to be the Jewish International Fire Brigade, responding to exceptional global catastrophes, playing our part in saving lives when natural disaster, conflict, pandemics strike. With our community, with our entire community behind us, flying the flag of British Jewry, showing the world that we care and that we act with great expertise. Remember, our emergency appeals exclusively fund all our disaster response work, whilst the money raised tonight is dedicated to assist our programming, our core programming, primarily in the former Soviet Union. But we can no longer be invisible in all this work. I always chuckle at the famous Dad's Army sketch when Captain Mannering turns to his Sergeant Wilson and says, "Wilson, I didn't see you at camouflage training last night." To which Sergeant Wilson deftly responds, "Thank you, sir." There will be no camouflage for World Jewish Relief. And please don't equate me with Captain Mannering. Proud of our Jewish reach, it suits me, actually. Proud of our Jewish reach, driven by the needs of our Jewish clients and those that we are committed to assist, we will play out those values that Henry and James spoke so passionately about tonight. We will not be bystanders. We will use your money wisely and see to maximize its impact. We will not be silent nor complacent. Their poverty is our problem, and our support is their future. And boy, am I privileged to lead this organization forwards. Thank you.